Hello and welcome to another video, and we're going to do something a little bit different for this one. Just for editing purposes for me. We're going to skim through and talk about this PlayStation State of Play for September of 2024. So naturally, the first thing that Sony's going to talk about here, they're going to talk about Astrobot because, of course, they're going to talk about Astrobot. It is the number one thing they've put out this year. I mean, we know Helldivers is kind of, fallen off at this point. I did like the Helldivers nod there, but they're going to talk about this. This is a DLC coming that's going to have 5 new online speedrun levels, 10 new bots that you can rescue. Again, cool for a free DLC update. Do I personally really care? I don't even own the game yet. I do plan on playing it before I do Game of the Year stuff. But like to start off this event, not a terrible way to start it. Next thing we had here was this pretty cool stop motion game. This actually looked kind of cool, kind of interesting, from the people that made Lost in Random, a game I never played. This looks interesting. I don't know if it was confirmed after if this is a PlayStation exclusive or not. It will also be fully playable on PSVR 2, although I think it's missing the point when they show it on PSVR 2. It has to run at that high frame rate, and this game's doing that janky frame rate thing to emulate stop motion. So I think if you were going to play it on VR, it would kind of defeat the purpose of the aesthetic of this game. The Midnight Walk was the name of it, but it looks really cool. One of my favorite things that was shown at this conference was this game called Hell Is Us. Kind of came out of nowhere. It just seems to be taking ideas from a bunch of different things like Death Stranding, and kind of throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall. You play as a character that very much looks like he's out of Death Stranding, but he's got a fucking sword. I dug the hell out of this. I thought it looked really, really cool and interesting, and was one of the surprises of this showcase for me. Looking forward to that. This was confirmed after the showcase to also be on Xbox and PC as well, so this is not an exclusive. But yeah, this game looks cool as hell. Look forward to playing that. It was sometime 2025. Hey man, PlayStation VR 2, do you remember that $550 debacle? Well, Sony sure seems like they have, because here's a here's a fucking Metro game for the system. This was already known. This wasn't anything new. I think, honestly, Sony's kind of shitting out the rest of the VR games that they have because they want to forget that they made this thing. It was a colossal failure for them. So, it's out in November. The 5 people that own a VR2 will be excited about it, I guess. This was the next game that I thought was really cool, called Arch Age. I think it's a 2025 game. Again, not an exclusive Sony game. It's also on Xbox and PC, coming out in 2025. But I really liked what was going on here. It had some pretty cool elements, really good like fantasy elements to it, and kind of reminded me of like a combination of like Darksiders in terms of like gameplay, but like kind of going for that like Kingdom Come Deliverance setting with fantasy elements thrown in. It's a really weird group of games to kind of throw together, but I guess because I didn't realize it during the showcase, because I'm watching it here, it must have some sort of online component as well. But this game looked cool as hell. So I'm interested. I dug this one. Yes, the most untimely announcement, Pal World coming to PS4 and PS5 today. As of this recording, it is out. This was probably already pre-planned. There was no way for them to back out of it. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Pal World lawsuit shakes out. I tried Pal World back in January when it came out on Xbox on Game Pass. It wasn't for me, but I understand the appeal of it. All right, here we go. One of the banger announcements of this showcase, Lunar 1 and 2 Remastered Collection. This is on everything, including Switch, coming out spring of 2025. Fucking cannot wait for this. One of my favorite RPG series that I feel has just been left by the wayside. So happy to have this one back. I do, as someone who does own both of them for PS1, this was a fantastic series that I played back in the day, actually. And I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of the highlights for me. They showed some Turtles DLC. Cool, I guess. They also are adding like free music into the game that are like remixed tracks for people. Sure, it's 2 new characters, and then the soundtrack stuff I believe is free. If you're a Sonic person, that Shadow game or whatever that's coming out later this year is getting a Keanu Reeves mission pack. So Keanu Reeves in the upcoming movie is the voice of Shadow. Sonic 6 Shadow Generations, that was the name of the game. It's getting a movie pack. It's kind of cool. I'm so out on, like, I haven't even watched Sonic 2, the movie, and I need to. And I did play the Sonic game from like last year a little bit. It was okay. Yes, this is the, I believe this was the mobile game. Phantasian Neo Dimension is finally coming out on PS4. This is coming out on everything, I believe, as well, that I saw after the fact. At least it's coming to Switch, I know. I don't know if it's Xbox as well, because, you know, Square is a little iffy with Xbox. But, again, looks cool. At this point, we don't need to say Nobuo Uematsu's name and then say Final Fantasy. Everyone fucking knows who he is. Like, his name is not just Final Fantasy. He's done so much more. But yeah, for the people that are looking forward to that, that's out December 5th. Yes, now we get to one of the lows, in my opinion, of this conference. Dragon Age Veilguard, which I think looks fucking terrible. Like, and I'm not getting into the controversy around the game. I'm not going to talk about the character creator thing or anything like that. Everybody has their own opinions on that. But putting that aside, this does not look like a Dragon Age game to me. Like, this is fucking an action game at first. And I don't think fans of Dragon Age are going to be into this when it comes out. I'm going to be surprised if they are. I did not dig anything they showed here at all. I don't like the combat, how they've changed it. It doesn't look good. I don't like every character looks ugly as fuck. Like, is it impossible to make like a semi-attractive character in this game? They all look ugly as hell. And they have this like Fortnite graphics like vibe going on, this aesthetic that I don't care for. It just like, it looks very slapped together. It does not look like, let me put it this way. This does not look like a game that has been in development for a decade. This looks like a game that was rebooted 3 or 4 times. This is the most recent iteration that was rebooted like 2 to 3 years ago, that they're like, you need to fucking get this shit out or we're going to pull the plug. And that's what we're getting here. I think fans of Dragon Age are probably going to be disappointed in this game when it comes out. Like, look at this combat. Like, this is not Dragon Age. You're not moving around the map like this. Like, this just, it looks fucking bad, man. Like, I did not dig this at all. I'm not buying this game. I'm probably not going to play this game at all. Yes, Remedy's other Remedy's second Alan Wake DLC is out in October. They showed a minute-long trailer here. This is going to be Control crossed over with Alan Wake, kind of like they did that in the Writer DLC for Control. I can't wait for this. I've not played the first DLC. I was waiting for this one to come out, and then I'm going to just binge both of them. But this looks fantastic, and obviously you guys know Alan Wake 2 is my game of the year last year. Really, really, really looking forward to this. To see these worlds just kind of collide once again is going to be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to Control 2, which was my 2019 game of the year. So this looks awesome. Again, not very far out to when this releases. I'll be honest, if there was one thing that I would be interested in for a PSVR, it would be a Hitman VR. And I thought this actually looked pretty cool, but I'm not buying a $550 headset to play Hitman. So, but this looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, like I like the idea of it. But yeah, I'm not paying for this. Hell yeah. Let's talk about the other big banger announcement of the State of Play. For me, this was leaked earlier in the day. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the Legacy of Kain series. This has been rumored for a while. We're finally getting a remaster of Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2. They'll be out in December. These look like fantastic remasters, and I'm super excited to play these games again. It's been a long fucking time since I've played these games. I really want a Blood Omen remaster, but we'll put a pin in that and come back to that in a little bit here. But this is awesome. I cannot wait for this. I believe it's December 10th. And this is on everything. So this is not exclusive to PlayStation. The first Bloomhouse game is getting a release date of October 22nd. It's a PS1 graphics inspired retro horror game. It looks awesome. This looks fantastic. This I'm actually really excited about, and something I will definitely be checking out. I might even check it out for Horror Fest. This is on everything, though. It's called Fear the Spotlight. So this is not exclusive as well. This was kind of like a building city simulator game. I don't know. I forget what it's called. Did not care. Not for me. I do like the underwater stuff. Looks pretty cool. But I just, not for me. I would not play this. They have to put on the online multiplayer requires PlayStation Plus alert, to let you know. Dynasty Warriors Origins, a prequel to the Dynasty Warriors series, got a release date of January 17th, 2025. This is not a game I will pick up day one because I don't think I've ever paid full price for an Omega Force game. They're fun, but they get very repetitive very, very fast. But this looks cool, and it is something I'll totally check out at some point, but not at the launch of the game. But yeah, January 17th. Happy to see it. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I'm not a Monster Hunter guy. The only Monster Hunter I've ever really played was Monster Hunter World. I don't have an interest in Monster Hunter Wilds. It's not something that is for me. It did get a release date of February 28th, so it was nice. I'll say one thing. It was nice at this conference to see games get actual release dates. I mean, are they going to stick the landing on those? Who fucking knows? But it was nice to get like actual concrete dates for some games. But let's be honest, on February 28th, I'm going to be playing that Yakuza Pirate game, not this. We finally got a release date for Lego Horizon. It's out November 14th. It's Lego, it's Horizon. I'm glad Sony was able to do something with one of their first party titles and Lego. Again, this game is also on Switch, which is so fucking weird. Not interested. I like Lego games, but I got burned out on them after playing so many of them in the 360 era and a little bit into the Xbox One, PS4 era that I'm not interested. But for the people that are, it's cool that it has a release date. Then after this, we finally fucking confirmed it. The biggest, worst kept secret for Sony. It is, of course, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Yeah, I will preface this and say the one good thing here about it is that they are giving you the option to upgrade it for $9.99. So if you have the PS4 version, you can upgrade for $9.99 because I think they know that people are not going to pay $70 for this when they already own it. I'm not interested in this. I played the shit out of Zero Dawn and its expansion. Maybe I'll pay for the $9.99 upgrade just to have it. I don't know, but it didn't excite me. Stellar Blade's getting some updates, including a photo mode and a crossover with Nier Automata, which is very fucking cool. I have not played Stellar Blade yet. I bought it. This for me was like a day one. I bought it because I bought into the I don't know if this game's gonna stay on shelves because of the censorship thing. That's the only reason I bought it day one, or otherwise I probably would have waited. But still, cool to see this game getting updated, and a crossover with Nier Automata is awesome. For some fucking reason, we had to announce that Last of Us Part 1 Remastered is coming to PlayStation Plus Premium starting this Thursday, the 26th. Cool, I guess. I don't know the person out there that's been holding out for this. Like, who the fuck has been holding out to play that game? And they're like, oh, it's on Plus now, I'll do it. Like, I don't see it. They announced some controller variants, 3 chromas. They actually look pretty cool. I'm not in the market for a controller right now, but it's pretty cool to see. Well, then we have Mark Cerny come out because obviously after the disastrous PS5 Pro reveal, which we're acting like, wasn't a disaster here, we have to have this man talk about it, right? We have to have him show us a reason for you to buy it. So he introduces a new sizzle reel promising more games that were not announced yet that are going to be shown here. And as you can see, Ratchet & Clank, we already know about that one. Here we go with our sizzle reel PS5 Pro. Look at that. Look how hot this fucking $700 system looks. Cool. $700 get you that. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, already knew about that one. Cool. Horizon Forbidden West, we already knew about that one. Cool. Already knew about that. Already knew about that. Okay, we knew about those. Yep, new. We knew about that. Oh, a new game. I don't know if you missed it. They showed something new. Oh, there it is again. Hot damn. So in this sizzle reel, they showed one fucking game we didn't know about. That is a pro enhanced game. And it's it's Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, the remake, which isn't even out yet. So there's your one unannounced, not out yet game. Everything else we already knew about. Boy. Vertical Sand sold separately, motherfucker. Remember that. And then we end on probably the best thing that was announced here. I mean, the minute they showed this, you know what it is. It's the Ghosts of Tsushima sequel. Ghosts of Yotai, I believe is how you pronounce it. Starring a female protagonist, which is very cool. I've already seen memes going around of like, hey, Assassin's Creed Shadows, this is what we want. Which I think are fucking fantastic. I love Ghosts of Tsushima. It was a game that I played thanks to PS4 backwards compatibility on my PS5 with that 60 frames mode. The game looked incredible. A game I didn't feel needed a remaster, but we did it. This is fantastic. This is what we needed at this conference, was something new. And I feel like this was the only first party new game that we learned of here. Fantastic trailer. It looks awesome. They're saying 2025. I don't for a second believe it. I think it's a spring 2026 game. So there you have it. That was the PlayStation showcase for fall 2024. Probably the last one they'll do this year. Yeah, so I graded this showcase 3 different ways that I think are fair. And I'm going to throw them out. I'm going to throw my reasons. For me personally, it's a B-. It's a B- because for me, I'm getting Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen 1 and 2 remastered. Even though those were leaked earlier today, I don't care. This was the official unveiling. I'm getting Lunar 1 and 2 remastered. Again, awesome to see games that really deserve to be remastered getting remaster treatment. The Blood Omen inclusion and the Dino Crisis inclusion to the PS1 to PS5 Classics catalog is awesome. Super excited for those with trophy support. I will buy both of those. I don't have that extra tier, but you can buy those. They're typically $9.99 for PS1 games. I will gladly pay $10 for both of those. And I do think that there were some things here that looked really cool. Hell Is Us, I think, looks very cool. That Archage game, I thought, looked pretty cool as well. A Ghosts of Yotai announcement is really, really cool. But again, these are smaller announcements with maybe the exception of the Ghosts of Tsushima sequel. These weren't like, left hook, right hook hits here. This was very much another kind of weaker showcase. So for the average PlayStation fan user, it's a C showcase. Again, I push it up for myself a little bit because I got stuff that I'm interested in. But your average PlayStation user probably doesn't give a fuck about Legacy of Kain, probably doesn't care about Lunar, and doesn't give a fuck about Dino Crisis or getting trophies for those games. So that's where I have to kind of temper it a little bit. And for my third grade, if you are someone who is going to buy a PS5 Pro for whatever fucking reason, this is a D- showcase. They showed you one new game that is confirmed to have PlayStation 5 Pro enhancement, which is Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Remake. That's it. Holy shit, man. That's bad. I expected a little bit more here because this is the showcase. This is it for the year. They're not going to have another showcase that we know of right now. They're not going to have another showcase. I could be wrong, but I think they'll have stuff they show at the Game Awards. But otherwise, Sony's done for this year. Pack it up, boys. They're waiting until next year, man. Pack it up, man. They're waiting. So And in that regard, if you were someone that's like on the fence or like I was going to this going, okay, Sony, you have a second chance, a second opportunity to maybe sell me on the idea of buying a PS5 Pro. And they just fell on their fucking faces again a second time. And I can't believe it. Like, this thing is such a joke. $700. And everything that, like, I'll fully admit, like, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks amazing on it. But I'm pretty sure at some point that'll be out on PC as well. And if I cared at this point to play through it again, I don't right now, at least. Like, I'm at the point now where, like, I will play through those games again when they do a collection. Because that was a long ass game. I loved it, but yeah, like, I don't need to buy this system to play that again. I'm not upset by games having enhancements, but I'm looking for the future. And again, you're still not showing me what the future is. You're not showing me why I should invest in a $700 system, $800 if you want a disk drive. And there just wasn't anything really shown here that was new. Like, I mean, they could have said stuff was running on a Pro, but it kind of seems like it's all just running on native PS5s. And yeah, so I just, for that, you had, 4 controller announcements, but only one real first party exclusive. That's kind of a bummer. Like, Ghost of Tsushima, I think that's a big one, but you really should have hit us with one more. And I think that would have bumped it up. Like, show this fucking Wolverine game that leaked a year ago. It's time. It's okay. We can get that one out there. So yeah, those are my grades. Like I said, for me, it's a B- because of the remaster stuff that I'm interested in. Overall, I think it's a C. And if you're somebody that was on the fence about PS5 Pro, it's a D- because fuck, they fell on their face again. So I'd like to know in the comments below, what did you guys think of the showcase? Sony taking another L here. Let me know. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.